Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Professor Dr. Rizwan Jamil Qureshi. We are covering the fourth lecture of IT need assessment and technology evaluation. In my last video, we have covered system. Today, we are going to cover what is an information system. Information system is a set of interrelated components working together to generate information that is used to run a company or a business. The next question comes to our mind: how many components are there in an information system? Any idea? There are 5 components of an information system: hardware, software, data, people, and procedure. We will discuss them one by one. What is hardware component of an information system? Any answer? Physical components or parts of a computer like system unit, monitor, keyboard, mouse, etc. So what is a computer? That is the next question. Computer is an electronic programmable device used to store, retrieve, and process the data. And we have different types of computers. We have mainframe, we have mid-range servers, we have supercomputers, laptops, personal computers, and there are generations of computers. We have zeroth generation mechanical, first generation vacuum tube, second generation transistor, third generation IC, fourth generation very large scale integration, and fifth generation intelligent computers. Then what's a software component of an information system? Set of instructions grouped or organized logically to perform a specific task, like we have ATM system, hospital management system, educational system, embedded software, safety critical systems. The keyword is logic in a software. We also call them programs. What is a logic? Anything? Any answer? Something that makes sense, like 1 plus 1 equal 2. That is generic understanding of logic. In Arabic, it's called mantak, or in Urdu, also called mantak. Technically, a scientific study of reasoning process to reach a conclusion or goal. So we can infer something. Like when I teach to my students, I used analogical reasoning, reason by example. So I always link my topic with some example, like ATM, educational systems, hospital management systems, e-commerce applications. What are the main types of logic? There are many types of logic, but in software, we use 2 main types of logic. We have processing logic and we have business logic. So what's a processing logic? Processing logic means we have arithmetic operators in the programming, like basic mathematical operations, plus, minus, multiply, divide. Like we go to any cash counter of supermarket, Lulu, Hyper Panda, Panda, Danube, Carrefour. We have a trolley or cart, and the cashier will pick first item price. He will scan second item price plus, third item price plus, and like total is 100 real, 100 rupees or $100. And I don't have $100 or 100 real. I gave 500 real to the cashier. 500 minus 100, 400 real is the balance, and he will or she will print the receipt Thank you very much. Next customer. Another example, we go to the ATM, we can withdraw, we can deposit. If I withdraw minus, if I deposit plus to my account. Similarly, I go to the cashier in the bank. If I deposit money plus, if I withdraw money minus. Salary calculation, tax calculation, all are processing logic. Now comes to the business logic. Business logic is the business rules or constraints, like I want to buy a vehicle on leasing, like we have LeaseSoft software of NetSol Technologies, which is a leading company of Pakistan. In Saudi Arabia, Latif Jameel is very popular, which is the supplier or the vendor or the distributor of Toyota company. I go to the any outlet or the showroom of Latif Jameel. They have sales staff, marketing guys are sitting there at the front desk. So one of the marketing guy, I interact with him. He will tell me, dear customer, we have 5 types of contracts, rules for 1 year lease, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and 5 years. So for 5 years, we have this down payment and monthly installment will be less. If you have 1 year lease, the down payment and the monthly installment will be more. But you have to pay less money extra to Latif Jameel. But if you have 5 year lease, like for example, Prado, I checked the offer from the Latif Jameel, they were charging me 50,000 Real extra. So it was too much. So I took loan from the bank and I paid around 12,000 Real extra to the bank. So 50,000 and 12,000, 12,000 was the less. So I took loan and I purchased the car on cash from Latif Jameel. So there are 5 types of customers if you purchase vehicle from Latif Jameel on leasing. Every month you have to pay installments, taxit. There are 2 ways. Either you go to the cashier of the Latif Jameel Center or online through the bank, you can pay from your internet banking services of your bank. Each type of customer will deposit money. The system will check the business logic. So processing logic formula is the same for all type of customers, but the business logic is different for each type of customer for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. If you try to pay less amount, like your monthly installment is 5,000 Real and you try to pay 4,000 Real, system will check the business logic and it will deny your transaction because the business logic is not met. So if you keep on paying installments as per the business logic, the contract, after the 5 years or 3 years, 4 years, when you paid the all amount, the vehicle will be transferred to your name. So contract is completed. That is one example. Second example, salary. Like King Abdul University has staff, faculty. So we have TA, research assistant, teaching assistant, lecturer, assistant professor, associate professor, professor, and the staff is there. Each employee has a contract. So we have hiring contract, we have firing business rules, hiring rules are there. According to the contract, processing logic is the same for all employees to calculate the salary, but business logic is different for each type of employee. According to the business logic, salary will be calculated and transferred to your bank account. So that's the two examples I discussed regarding the business logic. What is data component of an information system? Data is the raw facts about people, objects, and organizations. How many types of data in an information system? We have metadata and we have operational data. Metadata is the data that is used to define other data. Masalan, for example, schema name, table name, field name, like STID, ST name, student ID, student name, AMP ID, AMP name, department ID, department name, customer ID, customer name, contact address, and so on. That is the metadata. We have mathematical operators, logical operators, relational operators. They are also metadata. Then you have traffic signboards to increase the speed of car, vehicle, to reduce the speed of vehicle, like we have 100 kilometers per hour, somewhere 90, somewhere 120, somewhere 140. Or foggy weather, storm weather, or some areas we have monkeys or camel in Saudi Arabia. So you have different signboards, or there is hospital or school, you need to reduce the speed. Traffic sign, green, yellow, red, they are also examples of metadata. And the operational data, the actual data that is manipulated against the metadata, like actual name of the student, actual ID, like AMP ID. By AMP ID is 000575564. My name, Dr. Rizwan Jamil Qureshi. Customer ID, customer name, AMP ID, AMP name, citizen ID, citizen name, contact address. That is the operational data, the actual one. The actual data of the customer. That is operational data. What is people component of an information system? That is the fourth component of information system. People are the users of information system belonging to different levels of management. So how many levels of management we have? Any idea? There are three levels of management. We have top management, we have middle management, and we have lower management. The top management, like president, vice president, executives, chief executives, board of directors, board of governors. And then you have middle management, like you have dean, vice dean. They are middle management. And then you have lower management, like head of the department or chairman, in charge. They are low level management to deal with the operational staff or deal with the actual staff or the faculty. Like in King of the University, we have president, vice president, they are top management, deans, vice deans, they are middle management, and chairman is at the lower management to deal with the faculty and the staff. The fifth component is procedure. What is procedure component of information system? As we just covered in the business logic, rule or constraint to run a company or that defines some areas of business, like we have processing logic, business logic. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khair. May Allah bless you. Assalamu alaikum.